your family and the people you care about. What is it? When I want to motivate salespeople, I don't suck up to them. I don't lay down for them. I talk about the quality of your life because you work for or Nissan. What did you take your life to? Don't tell me how many units you got out. Tell me how much money you made. And don't tell me about your money because money's for hookers and pawnbrokers. Tell me the quality of your life that money afforded you. Tell me how you bettered yourself because you work here. This is a hard business. I'm a high school graduate from the bad side of town with poor parents and a high school education. I can't have a class reunion till my friends get out of prison. Well, not really that bad, but pretty bad. You know, pretty bad. But the point is, I thought this was a job I was going to do until a good job came along. Then I found out this was the good job. My friend of 35 years, Tim Peeler, general manager of the Nimnicht organization, sitting in the back row over there. In 1976, we were party animals. We had apartments in a big apartment complex right across the hall from each other. I personally kept a whole Colombian country in economy. South Americans used to parade me in convertibles. Hey, there's Jim, and it all clapped. And the Leonard Skinner band and the 38 Special Band used to come by our apartments and jam. Because we grew up with those guys. They were my neighborhood kids I went to school with. Tim, you know forever, didn't you, Tim? Absolutely. Some wild times. Of course, that's before we met our trophy wives. Or excuse me, smoking hot trophy wives. But yeah, different days. And I look into where we started to where we came and where we arrived. When I was broke, divorced, angry, depressed, 1982, I took everything out of my apartment, moving out in the middle of the night, sneaking out of my apartment after midnight, packing every earthly possession into my 1973 buy here, pay here car. 1982, broke, divorced, pissed off, 35 years old, starting over again. Starting over again had been a perpetual thing in my life. And as I drove up I-75 that night, that old beat-up buy-here, pay-here car with the mattresses tied to the roof, headed for Atlanta where I had never been before, I made two decisions that night. Decision number one, I will be a success. I had been a successful car salesperson. I had been really a great car salesperson, but I'd been divorced, I was depressed, I was dropping out, I was hitting rock bottom again. Driving along I-75 headed for Atlanta, didn't know where I was going to work. I borrowed $400 from my mother as I was leaving town, and I still haven't paid it back. And decision number one, I will be a success. Gentlemen, ladies, success is a conscious, top-of-the-mind thought process. Success is a decision that you make. It's not something that happens to you or something you do. It happens in your mind. Now, I'm not saying you are not successful. What I am saying is there's nobody in this room as successful as you should be, could be, deserve to be, or capable of being. Everybody in this room is operating at a level below your capacity and your ability, including me. And you need to celebrate that. You need to be glad of that, because if you're doing the best you can do, you're getting all you can get. If you believe you're doing the best you can do, there is no more. Quit. You've got to believe you can have more, do more, be more, experience more. And the second decision, I will study my profession as surely as if I were studying for a master's degree in any other profession. That, if I contributed anything to Tammie LeBleu's life, to become a student of your industry, to learn the profession, to surround yourself with role models and mentors and people that do it better than you do. And when I teach a class, I don't want to compete with you. I don't want your job. I tell people that every time I go to a dealership. I'm not here to take your job. I don't want your damn job. I've had your job. Take what I know. Don't compete with me. Take what I know and add it to what you know. There's no contest between us. And be better for that experience. I blew into Atlanta with $400 to my name. I checked in a Ramada Inn. It was $85 a night. It better happen fast. I was in an apartment by the end of the week. Within 5 years, I was a millionaire. Became a salesman, became a manager, set records, became nationally known, hit the speaking circuit, and the rest of you know where it went from there. There isn't a man or woman in this room doing the best job you can possibly do. When you leave this event Thursday, when you leave this event, you've got 72 hours to make meaningful changes, or it will evaporate and it will be something you intended to do and you will never do it. You've got 72 hours to act on it. In the car business, we do not have a knowing problem. I'll have people in my classes, oh, I know that. Oh, I used to do that. Well, did it used to work? You know that? Did you used to do that? Did it used to work? Did you have a big meeting one day and say, hey, I think we'll stop doing all the shit that works? What happened there? We don't have a knowing problem. You know what to do. You don't need this class. You don't need this seminar. You know what to do. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm reminding you of things you don't do. Things you should do. People tell me, well, this is the way we do it in my dealership. This is the way we like to do it. I say, yeah, that's why your dealership hired, because it doesn't work. You think they brought me here because they think you're doing a good job? Excuse me. Well, we're going to modify what you teach. I have people all the time tell me, we're going to modify your program. Okay, you're going to bring an award-winning chef in here and change the shit out of his recipes. Is that what you're saying? You know, we got a track record, and you're going to change it all up. And you know why you're changing it? For your own damn stress level. Oh, I have people all the time, Mr. Ziegler, you're going to blow these people out. And I'll grab that sucker by the arm and say, you talk about that nice old man and old lady over there laughing. Look, they're just having a good old time. You're the only one under stress here. You're the only one worried about them blowing out. I was in F&I for years. Most of the records I set were in F&I. Every TO I got from a salesman sounded like this. Mr. Ziegler, look, I really need this deal. Don't blow these people out. How many people you think really blew out of my office, come bouncing out there undelivered? Nobody. One thing I teach in dealerships that I ingrain on every student, full price is a fair price. Did you hear that today? I've been teaching that since 1980. Full price is a fair price. You're not cheating anybody at all the money. You're not making good grosses because you never went for it. Excuse me, I go in dealerships every week of my life and I pull 100 random deals. They all started at halfway and went down. Every deal I do starts at all the money all the time. I always make a run at full list. I don't always get it, but I always try for it. And I've had consumers say, what do you think I am, an idiot? Well, sir, if you were, I did not want to miss an opportunity. We got research at Toyota that 1 out of 3 of our customers is a complete moron, and that was a test. No problem. Of course we're going to go for it. Have you stopped going for it? Now, Thursday morning, I'm going to teach a class on negotiation. I've got a video on YouTube right now with 4,000 views on how to negotiate a car deal. If you sleep through everybody else's session, don't sleep through that one. You want to have the woman does $4,800 a car? I'll show you without making customers angry, without diminishing your CSI, without losing the first unit. You don't have to give up volume or CSI to have gross. You can have all three of those things simultaneously, but you got to stop your people from pre-qualifying the customers. Tammie said something earlier, and she said that 99% of deals are blown by inappropriate behavior of a car salesperson. I have been teaching that for years. The deal is already sabotaged before managers get involved. You're allowing your salespeople to prematurely discuss figures. They're not selling the emotion or the relationship, they're selling the numbers. Hi, welcome to the dealership. What's your best price? Oh, what's your budget? What's your budget? I don't care what their budget is. They're not going to get it anyway. I've been selling cars for 37 years. I have set records, and I have never, ever asked a customer what their budget was that they told me a number that would actually buy the car. Do you realize what a stupid-ass question that is? What's your budget? Sir, give me a stupid-ass number that I already know from 37 years of experience won't work. Give me a number we can fight over. Give me a number I can blow you out over. Give me a number that's going to cause hard feelings. Now, one thing today, Peter Martin said, customers are payment buyers. They're not price buyers. The overwhelming majority, whether you listen to NADA or whether you listen to J.D. Power, no matter whose statistics you're using, the overwhelming majority of consumers into the 80s of percentages, the high 80s, almost the 90s, the monthly payment is the deciding factor in the sale. Price has nothing to do with it. All of these people that are maneuvering to get more for the trade or maneuvering to get less for the wonder, all they're trying to do is work themselves to a lower payment in the end result. All of the negotiation maneuvering people are doing is aimed at a lower payment. I see people advertising price point. People don't give a damn about price point until they know what it equates to in payments. Understand that. Well, TrueCar has been kind enough to feed us both days at lunch. Those lunches today were paid for by TrueCar. And they, yeah, come on. And we have a 1-hour cocktail party starting right now just outside the door. Everybody, TrueCar, thank those people on your way around when you're talking to them. Cocktail party.